My name is Philippa Mackinnon, which has been my working name for the past 30-something years. But in fact, I've reverted back to my married name, which is Philippa Mackinnon now. Because of my career change, I thought actually I'd go back to my married name rather than my name that's been associated with career coaching, which is what I've done for 29 years.
Wow. And what is it? So 29 years as a career coach, what are you moving into, or what are you doing now?
So I'm moving into, or I have moved into, home fragrance. We had 3 holiday lets, which we started 7 years ago on our old farm where we live in Kent. And I used to buy an expensive brand that I didn't think anyone really appreciated the quality of it. And so I thought, well, why don't I launch my own brand that looks top end, and I'll get a company to make the soap and shampoo and everything for me. And so I did that just for our holiday lets, and then other people wanted it for their holiday lets. And then people came and wanted to buy the products, and it then grew from something that I thought was purely associated with our holiday lets has grown into now, 100,000 turnover business.
Unbelievable. And interesting, what I love about this kind of journey and path is it hasn't been a wake up one day and go, I'm going to go and do home fragrances. This has been a journey tell people a little bit about, how long it's taken to get to this point, and what is it now that's made you gone, right, no longer career coach, but now full-time on this? What's that?
So we set it up in 2018, and it was very much, as I said, a small business for the holiday lets. And as people wanted more things, I then went into candles, room sprays, diffusers, that would have obviously the diffusers and room sprays in the holiday lets, and the candles were because lots of people want to buy something when they've stayed somewhere that they like. And so it was building up, and it has got sort of busier and bigger, so much to the point now I need to get more staff in, and I need to automate. So I have still been making by hand the room sprays and the diffusers. So we have a small sort of outlet shop here for trade to come to, or people by appointment, where they can smell all of our fragrances. And I do make some things in there, but today happening in my kitchen is somebody at the moment is making 150 room sprays, putting them on scales, pouring it out, and it's all done by hand. But we're now at that sort of crucial stage where it's not time efficient to do it all by hand. But it's then I need somebody to help advise me of how I then jump to the next stage where it's going to be more automated. But I don't want to lose the uniqueness of having a small brand, because people like buying local. They like feeling that they know the person who owns the company, and I don't want to lose that. So I've got a business coach who's starting with me, and hopefully the two of us will work out how to keep the idea of a small, sort of friendly, passionate company, rather than the big company where it's all done and sent out and it's all about the bottom line.
And I think the fact that it's grown like that means that you've got such a strong understanding of your customer, who it is that you're serving, because you've got that close relationship, if you like, almost day to day that you kind of, you're not going there with I hope this is what my customer wants. It's very much this is what my customer likes. Now let's build a brand around it.
Yeah. And the customers come back time and time again, which is lovely. So it's a repeat business that means that when people reorder, that you've sort of seen their order a couple of months ago, and they're back again as a regular, and then they give us feedback that we like to act on, because it's always, somebody said the other day, we made our room sprays stronger because they seem slightly stronger, and I think we're putting 1% more in. I think, how did you work that out? That's extraordinary that they can pick up that we've added 1% more of a fragrance.
That is amazing.
They know it well. But we've started doing more fairs as well to get our name. So we're known at the moment, because we're based in Kent and Sussex and Kent and London. So the Hurlingham Club in London use all of our products, shampoos and everything throughout. So that's been very good for us for the London presence. But I've been starting to do, so we did badminton horse trials, and we're doing Burley horse trials. And I was thinking when we were there, how do I get people to come in and buy candles in the summer? And so we gave sort of free samples of our hand cream. And because a lot of them are working with horses, they wash their hands a lot, and they were loving the hand cream, and they kept on coming back saying, where can I buy this? You know, we put it on as a freebie when they went round and came back and found us again. And again, that was lovely. The engagement, the meeting with people everywhere rather than just being online was really good. And I'm hoping to see the same people at Burley. So that, again, we had such great conversations. So meeting in the flesh is so much better than just being online.
Really, really good advice. Tell people a little bit about how you felt moving identity, as it were, because the reason I know about this is because I know you as a career coach.
Yep.
You know, and your background in psychology, my background in psychology. And then when I saw that post on LinkedIn, I thought, that's really exciting. But it's also brave, because announcing a change like that publicly, you know, it requires bravery. So tell people how you were feeling at the time when you were doing that.
So I have somebody who's helping me on SEO on the website, and he was talking about all the things I need to do to help raise the profile of the brand. And one of these was putting on my LinkedIn that obviously I worked for Ocean Rye. And I hadn't done this because I was very proud of the career I'd had from career coaching. And I thought some people might view what I was doing as slightly less intelligent or more fluffy. And I had resisted it. But actually, once I'd taken the plunge and done it, the amount of comments I've got from people talking about being on the website was fantastic. I don't know why I had such a thing about it, because actually it has only been beneficial and I've had some nice comments. But I think it was my sort of pride of not knowing what people were going to think. But you're allowed to change industry. You're allowed to, you know, do something else. And I'm always, as a career coach, telling people to be brave and go and do it. And a lot of people, you know, the majority of my career coaching was people whose jobs had been made redundant. And often it was like the chance for them to do something they'd wanted to do for always, but didn't dare get off the hamster wheel. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, it's, you know, giving them the courage to do it. And again, for me, it was going on to LinkedIn and actually saying, this is what I'm doing now. And it might be a total break. It might give you a shock, but go and have a look at the website and see what you think. And I think the website has helped me show that it's a sort of bigger company. But again, as I said to you before, it's wanting to be big, but still looking small as a company, as in small and caring, rather than so big that, you know, I want it to be successful, but I don't want it to be where I don't know my clients' names.
I mean, I think the fact that you're already in places like Hurlingham Club and you're doing these sorts of horse trials, and the fact that you've got 100,000 turnover plus, it's already unbelievably successful, Philippa.
Well, it's nice. I love it. I mean, it's not as stressful as the other jobs because it's something that is just wonderful to work in. People love it. I love the products. I'm forever trialing new ones.
So the last question that I wanted to ask you was just, what advice would you give other people around kind of the changing jobs? At what point is it right to give up one and move to another?
Well, financially, obviously, is the most. I mean, I carried on doing both alongside, never thinking that Ocean Rye would take over from the other. But I think as soon as it started making a proper income, where it was making at least as much as, or if not more than I was on before, then I thought, actually, I can now leave one and move to the other. I mean, it depends on people's financial circumstances, but, you know, I've got quite a few children. You know, I need to make an income. And so it wasn't just a hobby that I could carry on and not necessarily, it needed to give me a return and a consistent return.
Yeah. And congratulations on getting to that point. I think that's wonderful advice. It's very practical advice. It's very realistic. And it's just marvellous. And I'm really pleased. So thank you very much.